today.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Barnett. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Barnett. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT. Back to the air on 2nd down. Barnett. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. Barnett. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throw, Barnett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate. A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinals. 18 Cardinals.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again to about the 26 here.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On the move to his left, and that will be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Patterson's kick is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnett. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Barnett. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Barnett. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Connection made to Ruckert. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. There you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down inside the 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. 26 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Denver getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down. Barnett, and down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 2nd down and 3. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 64 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second and 5. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. C.J. Ham taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Patterson now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Operating from the gun, Barnett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here just shy of the 30. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Air.